when Gojo gets unsealed, it is going to be a problem for everybody. No, it's not really going to be a problem for everybody. Realistically, they were like, oh man, what's going to be his mental capacity when he gets out of the prison realm? I mean, like, how long really passed for him specifically when he was in there? Because, like, for us, right, it was maybe, 30 days? Not even. But for him, oh, buddy, for him, it could have been 30 years. They don't know. But, because time moves differently in there. But it wasn't a problem for them. He saw to Gojo, of course, so that shit didn't faze him whatsoever. So then he went over to Kenny and immediately just stared him down and said, you gotta pick better last words, man. And then was about to make a move on him. Kenny was sweating because he knew he couldn't do anything to defend himself. And then Sukuna pulled up. At that point, you already know what happened. Sukuna and Gojo are staring each other down. Urame talks a little bit of shit. And then Gojo caves their chest in real bad. Other than that, they set up the date of when they're going to have their showdown. But it could have been such an issue. I mean, like, what realistically would have happened if Gojo came out insane in the brain and just started wiping people out with reds left and right? Like, nobody could have stopped him at that point. If he came back the way he was and he wasn't right in the brain, at that point, the good guys are going to have to go to Sukuna and say, hey, we need your help. And Yuki would have had to hold down the fort right there and then versus Gojo and last as long as she could to get the students out of there. I'm not gonna lie, but Yuta probably would have been the one to try to stay, and then everybody else would have tried to drag him out of there, because Yuta was the only one who really rode for Gojo the way that everybody else was trying to basically make him the monster. And I mean, like, Yuji would have rode the same way Yuta did, but they kept him out of the loop because they were like, you know, if we tell Yuji something, Sukuna might know from a weird connection they might still have. So all that to say is this right here, when he escapes the prison realm, well, not really escape, but you know what I mean? When he gets out of the prison realm, it could have been so bad for either side.